pocket side. I think this is round 4. Joshua Filler and Demetrius Jelatis. Josh just won the Banks last night. He won the Bigfoot the night before. He's on a roll. And I'm joined today by Mr. George Teashea.
Good morning, everybody. We get to watch Josh the Gladiator.
Oh, is that his new name?
Well, didn't you see his little when he beat Filler? He came out with his little "Are you entertained?" pose from the Gladiator.
Oh, when he beat Federer, you mean?
When he beat Federer, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did I say Filler?
Yeah,
yeah. He beat himself.
It's so easy to confuse the two names. It's just,
well, F and F.
Yeah. There's a lot of players when they play them, they're saying F a lot, I'm sure.
That's a good way to put it, Joey. But guys, they're also saying, "Oh my God," a lot too because they play so darn good, both of them.
Definitely. Demetrius wins the leg. He'll have the opening break. Guys, let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. We just want to make sure we're getting off to a good start here. George, do you have the scoring tablet at hand?
I do not. Hold on a second.
I put it in Messenger for you.
I did see it, and there's Bridging the Gap. There it is.
Hey, Robin.
I've got it now.
What's up, Greg Saylor?
All right, can you hear me now?
Hey, Blaine.
We can.
Check. 1, 2.
Got it, Joey.
Okay.
And we're ready to go. And we are off and running, playing one pocket.
Good break there from Demetrius.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, we are fortunate today to be joined by a really good player out of Texas, Blaine Barkus. How's it going, Blaine?
Going good. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Wow, it's our pleasure.
Josh fires in a ball to his hole, opens up the whole stack, but he's... What were we talking about, Joey? Oh, he's not doubled up. He's straight in on a combo.
Wow, I don't even know what happened there. He
cut a ball.
Okay.
And went right in his hole and just opened up the stack at warp speed.
Demetrius's posture there kind of says it all. He's just like,
yeah. What do you do?
Unbelievable.
In one pocket, that happens all the time. You make what you think is a good break, and then you watch your opponent walk right up, fire right into the stack, and whoop, a ball goes right in, and 4 balls go in front of the hole, and he goes 8 and out.
Filler is just some kind of talented. That's all there is to that.
and Blaine, when you say that, he's showing us that he seems to be just feeding off of it. The more he gives us, the more he plays.
Yeah.
And one of the things I have noticed about Filler in all his games with Shane, he does seem to get the rolls. But as we all know, the good player usually does get the rolls because he's doing the right things.
The more you practice, the better the rolls get. Is that what they said?
Exactly. But yeah, he does like against Federer. Federer could have easily made a good hit on the 3-ball in that Hill game, run out the last rack, and he's on top of the Bigfoot challenge. Just a shot away.
One more. So he's going 8 and out here.
well, George, you certainly dogged the scorekeeping on that one, but I had your back. Don't worry.
It's okay, but look, watch this. Doink.
Oops.
In the blink of an eye.
Well, the thing about it, Joey, is if I'm doing the scorekeeping, I can't watch the match. I got to click out of that window.
Oh, is that right? So you'll just wait till after a run. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was doing there. I was just waiting for him to finish.
Well, the problem is one pocket is usually a ball here, a ball there. But with Joshua, it was basically just rapid fire.
And let's see what his break's like. He's breaking close to the side there. That's good. You get a better break if you just go a little bit more towards the center, not much. Holds it up nice. He's opened it up nice. He's got 3 balls to play to his hole. He pretty much got the cue ball up high enough to protect the 2 balls in front of his hole. But he can come off that. Demetrius can come off the ball here on the rail by his hole and slide over behind the one in front of Josh's hole. But the problem there is if he doesn't leave it low, it can bank back to Josh's if he doesn't get him behind what looks like the 9 ball.
So he's just going to thin this 12 and go over.
I would think so, and try to get right behind the ball that's off the rail on the left. Right there. Nicely. But see, now he gave up the bank.
Just a little hard.
Yeah, he gave up the bank. Those are so touchy. They can be so successful, and they can just really give it up.
They're touchy, and then when you know you're against Filler, who's very, very difficult to defend against, you're worried about just leaking it out just a little bit, and
if it leaks, and it has a tendency of hindering your stroke, you kind of stutter sometimes. So it's a little tough. But this guy is he's going crazy. He's playing.
You probably try to get this into the 10. If not, just protect the cue ball, get it up there maybe.
I get accused of always getting lucky with balls moving towards my hole. But the thing is, it's not luck. You're moving 2 balls towards your hole.
Right,
so if one goes in, and he's probably going to try to protect the cue ball too. Oh, he went into the stack and went up. See how he's protecting the balls? He couldn't see the right side of the ball. So he went underneath it. He actually banked it out. A lot of guys, Scott especially, Frost, will bank it into the stack to open up balls towards his hole and get the cue ball where it is now.
I like that shot a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easily looked over shot.
It is, because you're trying to focus on making it, and then sometimes, for instance, you'll take that same shot that Filler just defended. You'll take that and try to make the ball that's on the bottom rail there into his hole, but leave the cue ball down there, and you give up a return bank.
Right, right. Well, it's a little counterintuitive too to bank the ball the opposite direction for some people. If you're out playing a lot of one pocket, you just might not see that.
Blaine, you're right. But one of the things about being here on Dogging It is words like counterintuitive are too big for us.
Okay.
I'm teasing. We got to entertain these people. They haven't had their morning coffee yet. Good morning, everybody.
I'm enjoying mine now.
Okay, same here.
Hey, George, folks are asking who won the banks.
Who won the banks? The guy you're watching that just shot a little bit ago. Joshua Filler defeated one heck of a great playing Justin Hall yesterday. Saw highlights from that, and Justin was playing outrageous. But that Filler kid, I'm telling you.
3-2, it was a close one.
Yeah, it was very close. Well, so was the Bigfoot for Filler against Fetter.
Does Justin have any Banks wins? I know he's been in the finals.
Justin, actually, I can tell you. Hold on a second. You guys call the shots. I got to click out here. Justin Hall does have, I think I saw him. Where did I see him? I was looking this over. Wikipedia has a great little spreadsheet here on all the winners from 1999 to present. In 9-ball, bank pool, 1 pocket, the overall, the Bigfoot 10-ball, it's all there. I see a Buddy Hall in 2001. Let's see Justin. I don't see Justin. I see a lot of Jason Miller. And Billy Thorpe, surprisingly, only has 1 Banks win. He has 2 1-pocket wins.
Okay. I know I saw Billy beat Justin in a Banks final, or not a Banks final, a 1-pocket final. Mm-hmm. Justin gets down to the business end a lot. I'd love to see him get one of these days.
And the thing about Justin, he doesn't play that much. He takes time off. He enjoys life, and he gets out there. And but when it's tournament time, he hits the table.
Well, Demetrius gave up some balls there. Well, I thought Filler might have shot at something, but I guess he didn't have a clear.
No balls made yet, shot. Right?
No balls made yet.
Okay, because I don't want Joey to accuse me of dogging it. Joey, you keep working. I can see you working. You keep working. I'll keep trying to crack some jokes, okay?
Yeah, you're here all week. I know.
Tough spot for Demetrius here.
Yes. Well, he's got to get down to the bottom. I would just kick just before the red ball, the middle of the bottom rail there, and try to kick the 9-ball and slide the cue ball against the rail. If you take a scratch, oh well. But just don't sell it out.
I don't know if that angle's there.
I agree, but I would be looking to spin it. You can create the angle. He tried to and got away from him. Here comes another, at least 4 that I can see, 5, probably 6, and the combo, he's out. As you count him out, he's out. How can I make this smaller? Nope, that doesn't work.
Just looking at that 8-7. If he can get that to go, then it should open things up pretty nicely for him. And yeah, like you said, he's out. But we've seen crazier things happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, how many times are you playing one pocket playing and you have a shot like this, and all of a sudden you just overlook a shot and miss it?
Well,
and there went that run.
Shane at the end of his match yesterday, he needed that one, and he missed it. It happens.
So we got 2.
Okay.
3.
Did the 7 get him? I don't think so.
But see, little things like that happen and ruins your run.
Mm-hmm.
And that. So he ended up with 4. And then
Maybe
the run
shows us something
killer.
here.
He's going to back cut this? Now, see, but look at his cue ball. He didn't go completely crazy. Demetrius just has, he has to be offensive here. He's got to bank the 9 ball.
And that's what I was going to say. You might have to just go for this, and it may be tough to get more than 1 though. Can he follow this up? And
no, he can stun it up for the ball right next to the cue ball.
Okay.
And then he gets those 3 and can come up for the 2 on the right, unless he tries to develop the 2 balls that are by the spot.
He's looking as though maybe that 13 is going. He's going to cross the. Is it the 15 there?
I like the shot. I think it's what he has to shoot.
Get in there. Oh,
got to make those. Got to make them. But that's how you beat champions, in my opinion. Playing them safe isn't going to get it. If you have a makeable shot, you got to take it.
You're right, George. Demetrius is going to have to be extra aggressive here with Filler and keep him in his chair, because he's so hard to protect against. Anything you leave him, he's firing at it, and he's favored to make it.
Hey, Blaine, we know you're an accomplished player. I'm curious, what is, put you on the spot a little bit, what is your biggest upset victory?
Well, it's been almost 10 years now, but I got Johnny at the Turning Stone Classic, probably my first professional level event that I went to.
Nice.
I drew Johnny first round, and he was defending champion that year. I was stuck 6-1, 7-3. I grinded all the way back to Hill, and I broke and ran for the case game.
Nice.
Joey, was that you on the scoreboard and quick to it, or somebody else?
No, somebody else must have grabbed it, George, but it looks like we're good. It looks like you might not have to worry about it now, George.
It could be. I was being Johnny on the spot with the ball count.
Yeah.
But I went to change the score, and somebody already beat me to it.
Blaine, that victory is huge because he had just won it the year before. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a proud moment. I always seem to pull off an upset somewhere every tournament I go to. I try to pull off at least one every time I go to Derby.
Have you ever heard me talk about that, Blaine?
What's that?
Well, I was telling folks that there was one year, it was the most disappointing year as I was kind of coming up as a player and getting better, where I won every match I was supposed to win and I lost every match I was supposed to lose. And I felt like I had no growth that year and it was terrible. And I changed my goals the following year. And I said, I don't care really my win-loss record or whatever, but every single tournament I play in, I want to beat one player I'm not supposed to beat. And I did that for the entire year. And that year, out of every other year that I've played, I had more upset wins over players that people were like shocked by. I was shocked by, but it was just my goal. And so once I made that my goal, it changed everything.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I have heard you say that, and I think that's a good mentality. And you get better that way as well. You learn that you can compete with those guys, you can beat them, and it builds confidence.
Now, see, Demetrius is broken pretty good, but he brought the cue ball up too high, and it gives Filler lots of options. You don't want to get that cue ball much above the middle diamond on your side when you break. And has he given up a shot here? Looks like it.
Maybe shoot the 6 off the 8. Is that what he's going to try to do? But it doesn't really give you anything.
No. You're going to leave the cue ball
one
where
and
it's
done.
at. Yeah. Unless you really go ahead, Troy.
I was just going to say,
get behind it and get up for the ball on the right, on the rail.
So he could play it off the 8, go forward a little to bank the 12, but if he misses it, that's a huge risk because Josh is straight in on the 12. So I think you got to kind of pull back behind the stack and then take your medicine. So why even go for one ball?
It's too risky.
Joey, you know something? It may be that he should just go for that ball if he could see it.
Okay.
He's doubled him up.
Good shot.
Well,
keep it simple.
If there was something to shoot at, he might go rail first, but there's no way. There's nothing else to shoot. Even if he makes the ball rail first, it's on the rail on the left. But it's a sellout if he misses, so he won't shoot it.
Guys, we got 9-ball matches starting today at 11 a.m. local time. A lot of players in this thing, so it'll probably be a little while until we get marquee matchups. There is a matchup with Johnny Archer and P.S. Labutis, kind of a rough draw for those two players, kind of coming out of the gate. Also, Jesus Atencio and Dave Matlock. It's a pretty good matchup.
Dave Matlock, as much as he's talked about and how great of a player he is, he has only got one banner at Derby.
We got a scratch from Filler.
If it were bar table, he'd have more.
Oh, yeah. He's, I just saw it. 2005 bank pool. It's the only one he has.
Well, I believe he beat Sky Woodward in banks. Either banks or one pocket.
He beat him in the one pocket.
One pocket, got it. So, Blaine, you're living in Houston, and we were talking the other day about, when we have one of these really strong players play kind of like somebody you don't know a whole lot about, one pocket can be very regionalized, right? So we look at where they're from and, this guy's from Chicago, he probably plays one pocket, or, but one of those areas that everybody looks to is Houston. Tell us a little bit about the one pocket scene down there in Houston.
Everybody plays it. For the most part, we've got a lot of strong players, Roberto, Alex, and then you've got probably a good little handful of guys that play it pretty well that you don't see play anything else, and they kind of just stay here in Houston, or they go to Derby and they gamble there, but they don't play the tournaments. So it's an interesting scene. Great game. It's slowly becoming one of my favorites for sure.
Gus is down there, Joey. You know Gus Brasino.
Yeah, I think he's up in Dallas.
In Houston. In Dallas? That's right. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's funny. I was at Sticks and Stones in Dallas with the Mosconi Cup team before, they went over there. He sold out the 7.
You know what shot I liked there, Joey? Before he even shot that, was taking the 7 ball off the ball he just hit and sending them both to the side.
Oh yeah,
hitting the right side of it because he was lined up pretty nice for it.
Josh missed it,
but
thought it might.
Yeah,
drop in there.
He might have missed it, but he protected it pretty well. I think he's going to have to use the 6 ball to make it and send the 6 ball over towards his hole, which is nice the way it lines up.
Yeah, so back to my story in Dallas at Sticks and Stones, I was talking to the guy that runs the tournaments out of that place, and he was telling me that, yeah, we're having, weekly tournaments and this and that. And I'm like, really? Who typically wins? And he said, Gus.
Gus is a grinder. He really is. He's one thing about Gus, he's not going to beat himself.
Yep.
I've played him. He came here to Houston, I think, when he first moved to Dallas, and we played a bit of one pocket. He beat me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he didn't hit it just right. That's the one thing about shots like that when the ball's deep in the pocket. If you don't hit it just right, the other ball stays there. And
Filler's doing a good job of keeping Demetrius's back against the wall. Demetrius is just trying to escape. I feel like almost every time he comes to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that Demetrius.
Not a fun spot to be in.
Sorry, Blaine. I was just going to say that Demetrius obviously is an accomplished player. He's like a 722 Fargo. He knows how to play the game, but he just doesn't look settled right from the start. It's like one little mistake in that opening rack, and Josh is 8 and out. And you just see it with the way he's stroking the balls. He's just tentative.
Well, Joey, do you ever get lock wrist when you play champions like this?
I don't get to play champions like this.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's funny how sometimes it can really, somebody's taking a picture of my house. Anyway, when you play these guys, it's just, you can get just really locked up. I forgot what I was thinking or the train of thought I had. I lost it.
Wow.
It's your homeowners association.
I don't know. It's just a little truck came by and I looked out the window and he's taking a picture.
Probably from Zillow.
That first game, I mean, it looked like Demetrius put a pretty good breakdown, and he goes and probably sits down and thinks, "All right, well, here we go," and then the game's over. You think, "Man, I thought I broke well there," and then gets you just a little out of whack after that.
Nice two-railer by Mr. Filler. Now, see, what he's got here, I'm going to go ahead and kick this ball.
Really?
Or go under the 8 and try to get behind the ball in front of Josh's hole. Yes. You've got to do something to against Filler. Otherwise, as you mentioned, Demetrius hasn't been able to do anything but defend.
You could kick this with some right, catch it, and then let the cue ball catch the bottom rail there and come into the stack.
Well, exactly. Well, more than likely, if you kick it with good speed, you're going to put the 15 in the way of the 8 so it won't bank. But you have to plan it. He caught it on the side. Look how nice that worked out for him. See?
That's how he drew it up, boys.
That's it. Josh was smiling like, "Oh, you got lucky." He took a chance is what happened. He took a chance and it came out okay. You didn't get a roll there, buddy.
The shot was hard to sell out on anyways. He'd have to be pretty unlucky or hit it really bad to sell that out.
Hey, I got a question here in the chat, and I'll give my opinion on it. First of all, say good morning to Jose Loma, Jennifer Abbott, some of the folks that follow us. Thank you, guys. Matt Willard asked, how do you go about learning this game? And what I found is you find some really, really old person. And
thanks, Joey.
someone that will bet $5 a game all day long, and you just play them all day. And that's what I did when I lived in Washington, D.C. We had folks that I could give the 7-ball to, but I couldn't beat in one pocket. But I would just, invest $60 and play all day long and really learn the game. Curious your guys' thoughts.
That's a good way to go.
The best way to learn it is play it.
Watch it.
It's a constant learning process. And yes, Blaine, especially with YouTube, watch it. There's so all these matches on.
There's so much stuff out there now. When I was first learning the game, there wasn't a lot of one pocket on YouTube. There might have been a couple, but now there's quite a bit that you can watch, especially with the best players like Tony and Fedor and Filler. A lot of good stuff out there.
Efren. There's a lot of Efren's matches on there too.
You really got to kind of change the way you think playing one pocket. Most people, if they're playing a lot of 9-ball and stuff, they want to shoot at their balls.
Sure.
But one pocket is you've got all day kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's got a good video is Scott Frost.
Power.
The freezers.
Power one
pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I have a friend of mine that I knew in the Maryland area, Tom Worth, who wrote a really good book on it. And
yes.
Yeah, it's what's that called? Daggone it.
Aggressive
No.
aggression.
It's one pocket, a game of controlled aggression.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Blaine kind of hit the nail on the head with all of the YouTube content out there right now. There was about a year of my life where I fell asleep every night watching a one pocket match just because I was trying to learn more about it. And so for the person originally asking the question, Matt Willard, he came back and said, well, how do you do this at your own home? I really think watching these matches and then playing against yourself as the ghost, how many times growing up in my basement was I Earl Strickland when I shot, balls, and then I was myself trying to beat him in the U.S. Open. And so that's what I recommend. Jim Telfer says you need to be a mental and emotional sadist.
You guys lost me for a second. I had to go get this. There's another new book out for One Pocket by Steve Booth. He runs the onepocket.org. It's called The Art of One Pocket.
Nice.
It's a brand new one. So I think he just came out with it in the last 3 or 4 months.
I don't have any of those newer books, but I've got Winning One Pocket on a PDF, and I have the hard copy of Shots, Moves, and Strategies.
I have both of those, Blaine, and my Winning One Pocket is signed by quite a few players.
Oh, nice. I've been meaning to take my Shots, Moves, and Strategies out to have it signed, maybe when the senior tournament comes here to Houston. And
George, you never asked for my signature.
Well, you haven't come over to the house yet. One of the things I regret here at the house is I've had some good players over. I never had them sign my table. Like Rodney Morris was here, John Schmidt, Earl Strickland, and I never had him sign the table. That was one of the things I was impressed by. A player by the name of Alfie Taylor. We spoke of him yesterday, Joey. Mm-hmm. He sells rugs, and he was a great player. He's down in the South for a long time. Bicycle Alfie, they would call him. And he also wrote a book. I have it. I just forget what it is. Wow, I just lost my train of thought.
That's okay,
I better have more coffee, guys.
It's too early.
Yeah.
I better have more coffee.
Hey, we got another Texan in the chat, Juan Para. He says, it's nice to have Blaine commentating. He plays stronger than garlic ice cream.
Hello, Juan. Thank you. Looks like Demetrius is settling in a little better now. Getting some right shots off and getting balls to his side.
Blaine, has he pocketed a ball?
The score still shows 0-0.
Right, no, I mean in any game.
I don't think so.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So somebody's got 2 balls now. I guess it's filler. Or maybe 1-1. Not sure.
Come on, George.
Oh, I thought we had somebody doing it.
If anybody knows the ball count, throw it in the chat. I'll update that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't. I wish I could read the chat, but I can't.
Guys,
I just credited a filler with 2 balls.
Okay, we'll take it. Guys, we're probably going to do this match, then we'll take a little bit of a break and come back in the afternoon with probably 9-ball action or maybe a little deeper into the one pocket. We'll see.
I liked getting him back in the stack there if that was an option.
Well, you know what I kind of like from where he was is just going into the stack off the ball that's by his hole. Just kind of skimming off of it and coming back into the stack. The ball kind of stays there because you hit it real thin. And you don't really improve much, but you don't let him come at you much.
Right. Yeah, it's really important to protect those balls that are near your side and really keep that cue ball. And
I'll be right back.
As difficult as a position as you can get it. Oh, great shot there from Filler. The old kick bank. But yeah, you gotta protect those balls that are on your side. Don't always shoot to make things. Try to keep that ball on the rail or against other balls. Blocking any pathways to knock balls away from your hole.
Guys, I'm going to step out for a little bit. I just had a ring at the door. Said the javelinas dumped my trash. It's trash day.
Oh my goodness, the javelinas. Hey, Blaine, do you know what javelinas are?
I do.
Oh man.
Yeah, we have a couple of packs of them here around the neighborhood. They come around all the time, and on Wednesdays when we have put our trash out, they have a tendency. It's the first time it's happened in 5 years, and I can see it from here. I'll be back, guys.
That's funny.
We've just got wild hogs here in Texas.
Yeah, those are mean and nasty too, just like Joshua Filler's about to be on this 13 ball.
And big mistake there from Demi. See, not a ton of open balls though. Let's see what Filler does to create some openings.
You know, he makes it look so easy, Blaine. Like that shot right there, it's just beautiful.
A little high left into the pack there.
Oh my gosh!
Bust them up.
Well, I tell you what, before George rounds up the javelinas, this one's going to be ball game, I think.
Well, it didn't open up, I don't think, as well as he wanted. He's got the 7 there on the bottom.
I come out to where he's pointing. He's got options 8, 15, 1, and then he can cruise back in and hit into that pack. You know, if off the 1 ball, let's say, into the 5, 13, opens up the 10. He'll figure this out.
I think that's what he's looking to do now, is go into those. Oh, no, it's going back the other way.
Yeah. It's almost not fair that he learned how to move a little bit in one pocket.
Yeah, it doesn't take him long, though. Same with, just like Fedor. Man, they shoot so well. They've got the mind for pool in general. They pick up on it so fast.
Yeah.
They adapt. They adapt very quickly.
That's one of the really cool things about covering the banks over the last few days, and just the moving side of it, and even a little bit of the one pocket with the European players. You know, players that you're pretty sure haven't played a lot of those games. It's almost like they learn from the chair, and by the time Derby City's over, they're 5 times the bank pool player they were before, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I played Max Lechner, what was it, last year, I think, and played really well on him. I don't think he had a lot of experience in one pocket at the time. I won, but I think now, there's no telling how well he might play it. It might be completely different.
You tied him in knots, huh, Blaine?
I tried to just keep him locked up as much as I could, not let him see anything. And I think he was a little frustrated, just that the inexperience of the game and what to do in certain situations. But I'm sure he picked up on a lot of things quickly.
Well, somehow the scoreboard went away, but bear with us, guys. I have a feeling it's because Josh might get out here.
I think this might be the last one he needs.
Up. What in the world? It froze.
Frozen.
Watch, if it goes blank, yeah. So what happens is they cut the feed sometimes. So he made the ball. Congratulations, Joshua Filler. What in the world just happened? Let me see if I can queue up something else, Blaine. I'll see if there's another table that we can get access to here. Stand by. Guys, while we're...
George is back.
Oh, George is back?
Yes, I am.
Well, George, let me tell you what you missed.
Okay.
Josh
run
won.
out. Yes, I figured as much.
Let me go over here, see if we can get, hold on, let me see. Get George in here. Well, now, you know what? We'll go back to here. Guys, let's end the stream, and I'll shoot something in. If I find something good, we'll come right back. But if not, we'll be back this afternoon for some matches. Sound good?
Okay, just
sounds good.
All right.
Ship the link whenever you're ready.
Thank you,
Later,
guys.
Talk to you later, Blaine.
Okay.
Good to see you.